Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I've decided after a couple of years break that I will go back to doing Margaret Millers collage challenge for the year. So this is for 2024, and Margaret Miller, you can buy her prompts from her Etsy shop, which is MellowMiller. I'll put the link below for her Etsy shop if you're interested in buying the prompts to use for your own collage. It's a challenge because she gives some prompts that you wouldn't think would go together. So the idea is to try to work out how you can collage all those things together. So there's my cover. I'm using an A5 watercolor book, and I've created a bit of a border just to give it, I don't know, to stay inside the lines basically, rather than sort of going everywhere. Anyway, so I've got some things I've already cut out and found, and we're going to use those. So we've got something associated with water, so I thought a fish. Then I remembered the Extraordinary Things to Cut Out in Collage by Maria Evans, in case you haven't seen that book. It's this one here. I've had it for ages, and I nearly threw it out, and glad I didn't now. And then I remember there was a bowl in there, but when I cut out the bowl, I'm thinking, that doesn't look like a bowl anymore, it looks like a glass. So I'm going to have to put that back on somehow to make it look like more like a bowl. It says, so I've got to have the fish in the bowl, basically. So I've got those two things to do with water. A portion of a poem or a song that you, so I've got on the prompt, back of the prompt, I've already written it down, some words from the song Bridge Over Troubled Waters by Simon and Garfunkel. So it says, sail on silver girl, sail on by, your time has come to shine, all your dreams are on their way, see how they shine, oh if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. I think that I actually have lots of different songs I really like, and I just wanted to find a song to do with water that I felt that I connected with. So this is, I feel connected by this, about time to sort of I don't know. It's time to sort of not dwell on ill health and try to shine above that. I mean, I do try to be positive all the time, but it would be good to be more positive. So that's on the back of that. Then a pattern paper. So this was from a paper pad from one of the, I think it might have been Cheapest Chips. No, Reject Shop maybe. Reject Shop. I thought that was really nice because I thought it sort of, to me, sort of represents sort of like a Aurora Borealis, or Aurora Australis, I think it's called in Australia, which we have in the southern skies. Not that I've actually seen it. So I've chopped that up to use this at the top, and the bits down the bottom like this. Let's work that out. Something that's usually kept cold. Well, I found a picture of this fish. I think it's a salmon mousse or something like that, and that needs to be kept cold, but I'm going to use it in the bottom of the bowl like that, the fish bowl. So just because it's fish-like, and I thought, oh well, we'll put it in there. It's usually cold, kept cold. You have to keep it cold to just go off. A light shade of blue, where there's lots of blues in the bowl, light ones, and there's blue here. And an unusual shape or symbol, and I remember that I cut this out for ages ago, and I've got no idea where this structure is. It looks like some sort of building of some sort, and I'm going to use it as the, you know how like in fish bowls you have a feature? Well, that's going to be my feature in the bowl. So we'll see how we go. So, well, that's what I keep saying, so I beg your pardon. So hope you're all well and doing okay, and I want to say thank you very much for joining me again today. Welcome to my new subscribers. It's always nice to see new people subscribing to your channel. So if you're here watching, Say hello, introduce yourself, tell me who you are. I would love to know that. So there's my top bit. We're just going to use some things down here now, just to create a bit of a floor kind of thing for the fishbowl. That doesn't look like a fishbowl, looks like a glass, because I've got to chop it up again. Stick it back together again after a fashion. And I cut this off and there wasn't enough to go do this in the bottom, so I had to cut another wider strip. Yes, I could have got a bigger book. Yes, I could have taken the fishbowl and scanned it and minimized it, but I'm not really quite clear on how to do that. So, like minimizing things and enlarging things, I don't really 100% feel comfortable trying to do that. I did work it out once, but I was just not something I do very often. And because I don't do it very often, I was a bit worried about getting it wrong. So, okay, so there's my background, because that bowl is going to be covering, and I'm actually going to go off the border, and I want you to stay inside the border. I'm going to have to go off the border for this fishbowl, because it doesn't look like a fishbowl otherwise. Where's the other side? Oh, there it is there. Hiding behind the fish. So that looks more bowl-like if I have that there. But to have that there, I need to have the bowl over further. So let's put the bowl down. My youngest daughter and husband and 2 boys have got a little tank. They've got some little fish in there. Didn't do what I said I was going to do. Over there a bit more, Kay. Even though you don't want to, you have to put it over there. Because you have to for this bowl shape to remove, because it looks like a glass. Do you think? Yeah, I think so. Doesn't look anything like a fish bowl at all. I always thought it was called a goldfish bowl. So I don't really know if you can just call it just a fish bowl. Or is it just mainly goldfish that's kept in the little bowls? I don't know. You know how that saying, you know, like I feel like I'm in a fish bowl, goldfish bowl, you know, like when you feel like you're under scrutiny for something or other, close checking. Oh, I was gonna keep a, what I might do is keep it, can I put it behind the fish? Just to create a little bit of a spot to put my words. What I should have done was written around the outside, but I still need to have somewhere to put my prompts. I should have left something here. Let's put the feature in first. The water feature. And they're usually castles or rocks or something. I'm being using a bit of artistic license here, because it says to use a shape or, yeah, unusual shape. And I think this is an unusual shape because it's not something you see normally in a building of sorts. You can see it sometimes in a maybe a statue perhaps, or on an artwork or a drawing, but not really. This looks quite substantial. I'd love to know where it is. Maybe you should Google it and find out. Not when I'm talking to you though, because I can't do that because I use my phone to record. Do I want to keep this a little bit here? Sorry, over there. So there's my water feature. Just to be in the bowl a bit more. think there's not sure. I think fish tanks are probably a little bit better than bowls because they give the fish a bit more room. But you need to have little fish. Okay, that's better. That looks a bit more bowl-like. Still too much, I think. Oh, does that matter really, Kay? No. Let's put this salmon mousse thing down here on the bottom of the water. Sometimes I have chests and things like that in fish tanks, so this is like another water feature kind of thing. You could pretend it's real, I suppose. So I've got room for my real fish. I might put my salmon one over here somewhere. And that one here. Let's come down a bit further, okay? It's taking too much room. Unless you put him the salmon one like here. Like it's swimming in the sea, and it does sort of match those tones, but I don't want to hide this structure. I just still think it looks like a fish if I do that though. I don't know, there's just not enough room for it anywhere else. I want to cut the whole thing off. I think that's the best place for it. So look, let's push this one along a bit further. Try again, sticking it down. And it can be, again with artistic license, a fish mousse swimming in the fishbowl. Do you think? I don't think your collage needs to make logical sense. I think it could be just it's just for fun. Yes. I do want to have that in there. I wonder, again, I don't know whether I want to write around the edge of things, but it's just too many words. So I'm going to create a little bit of a tuck spot for my prompts and for my words of the song I like. But like I said, I like lots of songs. I don't really say that I particularly like this one. I do know it, and sort of fits. So let's double check we've got everything first before we put this in there. Let's put this in the bin. Something associated with water. We've got the fish, and we've got the fish bowl. Pattern paper here. Something that's usually kept cold, a fish mousse, salmon mousse. It looks like a salmon mousse to me because pink, salmon's pink. Something I liked, so that's something you have to keep that cold, otherwise it would just taste horrible, I think, and it wouldn't. I think it would go off pretty quickly. A light shade of blue, so there's some light blue there, here, and in the fish itself. An unusual shape or symbol. So I've got this structure here that's unusual, I think. So I'm going to pop that in there. Put the words around that way. So it belongs in the fish. I think I might have done it too high, the glue. Whoops. A little bit of glue there. Go that way maybe. No, it needs to go that way. I think I do have to leave the tail unstuck. was hoping to do my collages a bit like Carol Oakhouse Journals. I love the way she does her collages, but when you're not used to doing that kind of creation, going to go in there now. I want it sort of completely hidden, really. Just trying to pull this fish up so I can bring this thing down further. That's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Maybe if I folded it, then we'll get a bulky fish. Let's have a look. Well, that's better because you can hide it in there a bit better. But then you might forget it's in there, okay? So what are you going to do? You could just chop off the bottom bit. Just looking to see where I've written on the other side. And I'm just going to cut off the bit that says Bridge over Troubled Waters. Oh, that's better. You can still see, but I don't mind it being sticking up a little bit. What do you think? Do you reckon it detracts from the picture? It does a bit, doesn't it? I need to have it somewhere so that you can it's bothering me. Alright, I'm going to stick that down and worry about where I'm going to put the prompt listed in a minute, the words. Got marks all over my picture. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's my collage done and dusted. Quite like the way it turned out for my very first collage back with Margaret Millers Challenge after a couple of years break. And I want to say thank you very much for joining me today, and come back next time. See ya. Bye bye.